participation. Who here has a 9 to 5? I think most people have a 9 to 5 or a job. Maybe they don't like that job. But my point is that I saw a statistic recently that 50% of people that work a 9 to 5 are living paycheck to paycheck, which means that they don't have money left over. And we know that a lot of the time when you're starting e-commerce, you're going to need inventory. You're going to need maybe thousands, especially when dealing with a huge platform like Amazon. And that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. And so the average person won't really be able to start, which is why we're going to introduce something called drop shipping, where it really lowers the barrier of entry to someone that wants to get started, but obviously cannot. And so the point with drop shipping is that there is no inventory needed. So first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create a website. We're gonna do the product research and everything like that as well, which is the most important. But let's just say you have a website. You're gonna run ads, you're gonna do marketing because someone has to know about your product. Let's just say a customer goes to your website and they're like, I want to buy this product. And so they pay for the product, they order it. When the order comes through, the order actually gets redirected to a Chinese supplier. So you get the order, but so does your supplier. So they get the customer address, the customer info, everything. Since the inventory is with them and not with you, they ship the product immediately from them directly to the customer. And so you are the third party, you hold no inventory. And so it's an amazing way to be able to, sell products without having to hold anything, without having to have a warehouse or without taking up space in your own house. And all you have to do is pay for the product that the customer paid, right, to the supplier, but you make a profit. And so this is a way to make passive income, which means you don't actively work for the income that comes in. And so it's a great opportunity for someone that wants to get started and doesn't have a lot of money. And then we're going to go into another option for someone that has a little bit more money to invest, which is the Amazon private label. Yeah, perfect. So, who here shops on Amazon? I think if I ask this question, everyone's gonna say me. Yeah, it's 50% of people that shop online also shop on Amazon. And so that's a very big number. That's billions and billions of customers. And so you know that this opportunity is amazing. So let's just say you have a fire product, something that has been proven to sell. And you found the supplier and everything, you have the product. Now you want to send it to Amazon. The thing is that you have to have thousands and thousands of the inventory because, like I said, since there's so many customers, you're going to get so many sales in one day. It's impossible to have a low amount of quantity, a low amount of inventory. But let's just say someone wants to spend maybe 1,000, 2,000 units and send it. You send it instead of keeping it to yourself, you send it to the Amazon's warehouse and then they send it directly to the customer. You don't have to worry about anything. So both technically you don't keep the inventory with yourself, but the type of investment that you do is very different. And so it's really about risk factor and those kinds of things. But yeah, it's basically while we give this presentation, I want you guys to think about what sounds more appealing to you. Is it either drop shipping or do you want to start selling on Amazon, and what your risk factors are? So think about that. Mm.
All right. So, well, thanks for explaining this, Isabella. We will move forward and we will understand the differences between Shopify and Amazon private label. Do you see the slide?
I do, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, very good. Could you talk about,
absolutely.
like a few differences?
Absolutely. Okay, so I mentioned this a little bit before, but not a lot of people have money. Not a lot of people know what they're doing when they're first starting off. I think everybody starts as a newbie. No one starts knowing what they're doing. And so when someone has a product, but they're not really sure it's going to work, a lot of people, it wouldn't be a good decision to start Amazon because, like I said, you have to pay thousands of dollars for the product, for inventory, and that kinds of things. And there's always the risk that it's not going to sell. Maybe you found a product that's seasonal. Maybe you found a product which means that it would only sell during certain seasons like Christmas, maybe Valentine's Day, maybe Halloween or things like that. Maybe people just don't want to buy your product. Maybe it's low quality. There's so many factors, right? And so the risk is big for Amazon. So high risk comes with high reward. Like I said, you can get so many clients, so many customers. The opportunities are endless. There are so many people willing to buy your product. When people go on Amazon, nine times out of 10, they're going to buy something. They have their credit cards already on the app, and so they're going to purchase. You can be 100% sure with that. But there's also that risk, that inventory, and it's a little bit more complex. There's so many steps involved into sending a product to Amazon, creating that listing, and getting approvals. And then you have Shopify dropshipping. Again, an amazing opportunity. You get to create your own website, your own branding. You don't have to depend on a third-party platform for the products that you sell, because that's also another thing that people want to think about. Amazon takes a fee for every product that you sell. If they don't like your product or if something happens, they can easily take you out of the listing for whatever reason. They can ban your store, things like that. That's why someone would come to Shopify. They have their own website. They don't have all of this extra, I would say, bureaucracies. They can sell whatever they want. There's no fee, no kind of thing, only a monthly subscription. And you don't have to pay for inventory. You only sell what the customer buys. The problem is I would say the biggest thing is the marketing, which a lot of people struggle with. They can't get traffic to their store. Maybe they just don't know how to sell their product. And so a lot of people have issues with just not selling at all. And there's also the idea of slow shipping. Like the product isn't here. The product is from China. So if someone buys your product, it might take 2 weeks. Some aren't, but some do. And cancellations and things happen like that all the time. So it really depends. You can make money with both, but it's whichever sounds better for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you so much for explaining this. I think something else I would like to add here.
Hmm.
Shopify dropshipping is not a quick rich scheme. Amazon FBA is not a quick rich scheme. For people, for some people it works, for some people it does not work. So people who don't make money on stock market, they call it a scam, right? People who don't make money in real estate, they call it a scam, right? So people who actually make money, they understand the system, they are successful. And again, it is a business model. Even if you understand the system, sometimes you lose. So we launch a lot of products, sometimes they are not successful, right? So this is purely an educational session. There are absolutely zero guarantees. You are joining it for free. We are not getting paid by Shopify or Amazon or any other platforms. We are sharing this knowledge for free. If you like it, launch it. If you like some other business model, you can check that as well, right? So we will use an extension which is called Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout we use to find best-selling products and to find like good products. I will be showing you the exact same process, and I will find actual products with you here. We also use apps, for example, ChatGPT Grok, because this is going to be about AI. Then we use Jungle Scout, then we use DSers, AliExpress, and Shopify. So if you like these apps, use them, right? If you can make money with this, good for you. If you cannot make money, maybe this business model is not for you, right? So do your own research before you get into it. All right. So here is some sample calculation. For example, before you go into any business, I would like that you put your numbers first and you understand your numbers. Understanding your numbers is really, really important, because without understanding your numbers, you will go completely blind in the business, right? And you should know your numbers. For example, your goal is to make 10,000, 9,000, or $100,000. Let's start with $10,000. If you want to make 9,000 or $10,000, you should be selling somewhere around 3,300 33 sorry $333 every day. You should be making in pure profit. So if you make approximately 333 or $334, you come to approximately $10,000 every month in pure profit. And in order to sell and make this 333, let's say you make just 10% of 3,000 as pure profit, you are already achieving this number, right? So that is how you set a goal, and then you do everything to make it work for you. You work really, really hard. You go all in, you learn all these tools, technologies, and then you make it work. Of course, these numbers are not guarantees. Let's get started and let's get into it. What will be our starting point? So um, I'm gonna share my screen once again with you, and I will be putting some prompts here, and I will find best-selling products. Um, just give me a second. Okay, I am setting this up.
Okay. And in the meanwhile, if you guys have any questions at all, like based on what we said so far, you can definitely drop them on the chat. I'll also answer during, while he's speaking and that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Um, okay. All right. So let's get started, and let's get into it. So our starting point is going to be ChatGPT because we will talk to ChatGPT and we will find best-selling product ideas there, right? And with ChatGPT, we will get a lot of good product ideas. For example, let me write down here. I am a new seller. I want to sell drop shipping products on Shopify and Amazon FBA. I want to find best selling products that have good profit margins, products that sell quickly. So I am showing you, like the method, the exact method that you can use to find best selling products, right? So these are the prompts that you put in chat gpt and try to get some product ideas. Products that sell quickly, products that have low profit margins, products that are having no risk or low risk, having low risk, because we don't want to get into products that are risky, that are, complicated, that are requiring a lot of regulations, right? Products that are having low risk, products that are niche. Riches are in niches, riches are in niches, riches are in niches, right? So don't forget, if you sell something that 20,000 other people are selling, you will not make money with that, or 200,000 other people are selling. Of course, there will be some competition. You will find products that are already in the market, right? So your purpose is not to reinvent the wheel. You want to sell something that people are already selling, but you want to go into less competition, right? So your goal should not be to compete with 200,000 other people that are already selling. And you will see what kind of products we find. Find me 10 niches and 20 best selling products in each niche, right? And we put ChatGPT to work. We give the same,
Mhm.
we see the same, we give the same prompt to Grok. Grok is another AI tool, and Grok can also find best-selling products for us.
And while the AI is listing those kinds of things, I see some people here are asking about the profit margins, and if they're low or anything like that. I told them basically that it really depends, like on competition, on the product itself. And you mentioned before many times that you found a product that was 15 cents and you sold it for I don't know how much, like
Yeah,
15.
$15. Yeah, yeah. So after paying commission, everything, like Amazon fees, I was making $7, $8 back then. Of course, like now Amazon is charging more fee, but it depends, like, so normally we suggest don't put, like 60, 70, or sometimes I meet people like they put like crazy profit margins, like 300%. Start with, like a smaller profit margin. So somewhere around 30 to 40%, right? And based on results, you can scale up, you can have a better profit margin. So we see, like the different product ideas here. We see home and kitchen items, we see personal care organizers, we see office and productivity accessories, we see pet accessories, we see travel and car accessories. fitness recovery and health accessories. These are all the non-medical. This is very important, right? Non-medical products that are non-medical, they are less risky. You don't want to sell, like items or medicine, right? So let's say we go into this today. Okay, find me. Let's check a few items which are already there before we do a little more research. We see a resistance band kit, portable sit-up resistant bar, yoga mat straps, posture support strap. Okay, what exactly is this? Okay, so this looks like a bit, I think, so I will not pick up this product. I can also tell you the reason. I think the shipping is going to be a little expensive for this product. I think the volume is a little big for this, and also it is a heavy product. Okay, cooling sports towels. Let's check more products. Find me more products in this niche.
And also, Nicole here is asking what kind of certification permissions needed from the government to start.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
very good question. Yeah, I think so. We will not get into products that require these certifications and like complicated approvals. No, no way. Because if we get into this, this is risky because you are just starting out. So you don't want to put money into getting all these certifications. You put money into ads and into learning this, right? So we stay away. We launch products that require zero permission, zero, literally zero. And
Yeah.
I will show you what kind of products we are talking about. Okay, let's see what exactly this product is. Pilates ring, yoga ring. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. And also, I guess to add on to that while you're doing that, what we mean by some that need certifications would be, well, I'll give a list down here as well in the chat, but it would be things like medical devices, some products that have batteries, some products that have heat, lasers, that kind of thing. There's a whole list of things that Amazon prohibits, which is another limitation that there is with Amazon. But that would be those kinds of things, you know.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's a great addition here. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
You mentioned this, Isabella. All right, so let's see like this one. So for example, yoga or Pilates resistance rings. So for example, this product, we have 839 results for this. 839 people are selling this product, like sellers, right? If we check Jungle Scout numbers for this, so we see high demand and low competition. So these are the products that I'm checking. So there, so for with this kind of resistance band, nothing can go wrong. So it is in fitness, right? But nothing can go wrong. Let's see what exactly this product is.
Ring, but we're also going to use the reformer now.
All right.
So we're going to light.
So I think with this kind, so for example, with this kind of product, so there are a few things that you need to make sure. And sometimes, if you get into a product that is related to health, these Chinese factories, they already have certifications. For example, you need a certification. Let's say you need a certification. You want to make sure, not because Amazon is asking. If you list the product on Amazon, you will see Amazon is asking for a certification. If they are asking for a certification, your factory is not having that certification, don't sell it. Even if you require a certification, talk to factory because they already have these certification in some cases. So don't, I suggest don't sell products that people eat. Don't sell products that people or pets eat, right? Don't sell any products that are cosmetics people put on their skin, like stay away. But certification for material, like if it is a durable material, if it is safe, these kind of certifications are already available with these Chinese suppliers. Okay, so we have high demand with low competition, a good niche. Let's see how many units have been sold for this product. We have the top seller sold three more than quarter of a million, more than quarter of a million for this band, right? For this rank. That is very good. So we have $32 average, $32,000 average revenue. If the number is above $10,000, I go for the product. Here we have $21, very good. We have high demand, low competition, very good. We have 1,277 monthly sales, very good, right? So the product is good. Now we are going to find this product on Alibaba. Pilates ring and ball set. Pilates ring and ball set. Okay, how much it costs? $3 to $5. This one is even having, like 99 cents to $3. Let's say $4. Another $1 for shipping everything. The price is really good. The average price is $21. You are still selling 4 or 5 times, right? Here is what you do. People who want to invest, who can invest. Again, this is not an investment advice. We are not part of Shopify. We are not part of Alibaba, Amazon, Jungle Scout, DSers, any other platform. We don't get any affiliate commission. We have used these tools for ourselves. We launched successful stores. We made money. And in some cases, we lost money as well on some of the products. It is part of business. That is why we share. That is why we suggest. You do your own research and see if this is something for you. No guarantees that if you launch this product, you make $300,000, period, right? Do check this out. And this is not a quick rich scheme. This is not a fantasy business model that you just launch this product, you go home and you sleep, and this is printing you money like this. No, this is not like something we teach, and we also don't believe this. I am in this position to teach after being in this industry for 7 years, working with hundreds and thousands of companies, like helping them launch this, launching a lot of products for myself or a lot of products for my students. I still say this, there is never a guarantee that you will be successful if you launch a specific product, because things can change anytime. And that is the risk that you carry of doing a business. This is the same risk that you carry, that you never have a guarantee that you get paid next month from your full-time job. You can get fired tomorrow, right? Or if there is a government shutdown coming, you don't get paid. Just giving you an example on the risk side, but you have to understand these risks. So you go and take these risks, not blind, right? So don't spend the last $5,000 that your grandma saved, to live comfortably, at the end of her life on this business, right? So this is not like something I advise. So everyone's risk appetite is different from the other person, right? So people who can invest money, into this business model, who can take a little bit of risk, they launch on Amazon because they are buying inventory. So what do we do from here? We go to Alibaba. I have shown you the product is available there. We order, let's say, 1,000 units, 2,000 units. It will cost us somewhere to $10,000 to $20,000 investment in this product. We buy inventory. We don't, pay this company for nothing. We are having a stock because we are building a business. We bring this stock in a warehouse in the US, right? And once the product is there, we start selling, right? Amazon is doing delivery, shipment, everything for us, returns. And we need to do advertisement. We need to learn how to rank the product. The job is not over, right? Again, not a quick risk scheme. Stay away from this mentality. But with the good efforts, if you learn the system, if you understand how these things work, how come, like, there are so many suppliers here? Let me show you. You can also use this tool to search the results. You can use competitors of Jungle Scout as well. These are big companies. You can use a lot of tools. And these numbers are almost 80-90% accurate. I have checked these numbers on my own listings as well. How many sellers we have? We have one making 300,000, another one making 171,000, 168,000, another one, 139,000, another one, 129,000, another one, 85,000, another one, 70,000, 70,000, 54,000, 47. There are a lot of sellers making money. Even if you stay, like small, $10,000, like 11,000, everyone is making some sort of money on Amazon platform. But there are sellers who are not making money, right? Or they are just starting out. I think these are the new sellers with one review, like 27, 44. Okay, so you can either sell on Amazon. What if you don't have 10,000, 20,000, $30,000 and you cannot take any risk? There is another business model which is called Shopify and which is called dropshipping. So sign up with Shopify. I am going to create an account for you live, and I'm going to show you a supplier that can provide this product after you get the order. Zero risk, no risk. What is the risk? I can tell you openly. You build a store, you are not paying any money to Shopify, or you start marketing, you put, let's say, $100 into paid ads, you don't get an order, your $100 is wasted. This is the risk. But you know this already, right? So you are not going blind and then burning this $100. Or you pay someone to build up your website. What is the risk? It doesn't work out, right? So you know the risk. Okay, good. But if you learn and you do it in the right way, you can make money. There are thousands of people who live, who don't live in one country. They are traveling around the world. They are digital. We call them digital nomads. They live some months in one country. By the way, I'm fortunate enough to call myself a digital nomad, right? They live in one country some months, they live in another country some months, and then they go to another country some months, right? That is the lifestyle. That is the reward. Why you want to be an entrepreneur? Because you also enjoy this, right? Okay, but you need to build the first store. So I am going to build a store here live with you guys, and I will show you how you can do it on your own. So
Mhm.
I need to put my password here and I need to build it. So
Yes,
that is why, yeah.
yeah,
Are there
while
any
you,
questions coming?
yeah, there are actually plenty of questions.
Okay, very good. Go
But
ahead. Yeah, I can take the
yeah.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, so for example, there is one that says it was Danny that says, is there a general rule of thumb you have for when a product is worth selling using Jungle Scout numbers? So like for example, top sellers profit, sellers per month. Do you have specific numbers that they can reference?
100%.
Mhm.
100%. Okay. 100%. And these are the good questions, and I am very glad to hear these kind of questions. Why? Because this shows that you are doing your research. I learned this after losing more than $200,000, because I was going blind, like people, yeah, sell this, sell this, sell this, and then, just buy, buy, buy. This is exactly what we want to hear, and we are happy to help you. Okay, what exactly is the criteria? So I'm going to address this question right away, and I think then I will go into building the store. Profit margins. Don't go into products. Let me run it through. So anything that you do here, you can learn it. Why? Because the numbers, the technology is so advanced that it can give you like this, all the numbers. Okay. For example, if this product was selling for, I give you an example. I buy this product for $5 and the selling price was $10. I will never launch this product because I know there is no margin left. If I am selling it for $10, I'm buying it for $5. There is nothing left. Amazon fee, advertising fee. After paying everyone, you should be taking home at least 30%, 40% in the long term. In the long term, right? That is the main rule. Don't get into products that are where we have. Let me show you one product. Classical. I burned hundreds of thousands on this product. I was competing, like with Nike, with Adidas, look how many sellers are here. 50,000 sellers. I showed you sellers like 800 or 900, right? Don't go into these kind of products. Then products that require FBA approvals, complicated, like certifications, don't go into them. These are the numbers you see. And on Alibaba, you can see these numbers. And once you list this product on Shopify or on Amazon, you list it, you run Amazon calculator. Maybe you can drop the link for the Amazon calculator, FBA calculator here, Isabella.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So there is a thing which is called Amazon FBA calculator. Put the numbers there, right? And see if it makes sense, right? And again, in these sessions, we show the products for simplicity. Before we take any decision on launching a product, and if we put $30,000 of our own money, or we convince our student to put money, we go through weeks of product research. We order samples from 3, 4 different factories. We compare everything. It is not like something that we are putting, like $30,000 on one product blindly. No, we don't do it, right? We have proper systems, we have people, we have teams. They search everything. They check data. And again, sometimes some product don't pick up. That's the reality, like do you have a security from your job that you will get paid next month? Anyone who can write it down, even working for Microsoft or Google, right? It's the same case here. But you take calculated risk and you have to learn the system. Okay, good. So let's go back. I want to build a store fairly quickly so that we stay in time, under time, and I want to show you the results live as well. So this is the home page, right? So you have $1, just $1 for 3 months. You are paying to Shopify. You are building a store. You don't even need to put your credit card details. You get 3 days for free, right? If you call it a scam, I think no problem, right? So, so scams don't work this way, right? So if you get into this without understanding and you fail, then you will call it a scam, right? Okay, good. So we are installing an app which is called DSers, an app which is called DSers. With this app, you will integrate a few products, and this is going to be one product. And for free, again, no charges. You can basically build a store without paying anyone anything. You come to my meetup for free, you take DSers for free, you take AliExpress for free, you fetch the product for free. Of course, you should have some money to market this, right? And you should be spending money, like to learn, to experiment, to learn these digital skills. You should be spending money. If you can spend, like 5 grand on a nice vacation in Miami, right? You can spend some money on learning these kind of things, right? On learning these technologies, these tools. This is going to reward you. Okay, very good.
Okay, while that's loading, I'm gonna take Sienna's question as well. She's saying about can these principles be applied to digital products like like Etsy, Gumroad, those kinds of things?
100%. You can build a digital product store on Shopify. You can do that. You can apply these principles. Like the product research principles are the same, but we have a different approach. I don't teach digital products in this because we start with simple products. Digital products require, like a little bit of complication because these are digital, but your reduce risk is even, in dropshipping case, it's almost the same risk because the risk is like your ad money. With Amazon, if you are selling on Amazon like a digital product, no risk again. You wrote a book, the risk is your time. Like you spend 1 month, you launch it on Amazon, on Audible, no risk, right? So, but the methods are a little different. You have different tools, but the basics are the same. Basics of e-commerce are the same. And again, this is centuries old business model. This is not a new business model. We just do it with AI, with technology.
Yeah.
That's the centuries old business model. People buying from India, importing everything in the US, selling in brick and mortar. Now we have less brick and mortar. We have technology. Everyone is ordering online. So we do it online, right?
Yeah.
Nothing changed. The only things which are new here is AI. How we use AI and how we reduce the cost to enter the market. Like the barriers to entry are so low that everyone can launch a new business, right? Okay, we found a product. This one is $5. I'm gonna take this Pilates ring, and I'm gonna build a listing live with this. And this listing will be ready very soon. You will see it. It is going to be ready fairly very quickly. Okay, so let's go and see in the import list. It says it already exists. So this is our import list. I am pushing this to store. In a couple of minutes, this product this product is live on your Shopify store. Here it is live. It is coming over here. So this is your dashboard. So you set, your pricing, your description, products, pictures, videos, everything you want, you do it there. So you are buying it for $5. Almost the price is same, like even if you do drop shipping, let's sell it for $35. The one that we saw, $35, $35, $35, right? Now you need to do marketing. You need to learn how to sell online, how to do marketing. Isabella, you may want to check on my playlist on YouTube. There is a tutorial called how to scale with meta ads, like something like this, 10K meta ads roadmap. If you could get the link for our audience, that would be good. And you can drop it in the chat. So this is our website. This is one landing page. Of course, you need to market it. The story does not end here. You don't get sales automatically. You need to market it. You need to launch your paid ads, ad campaigns, and you need to find more products like this to build up a proper brand, best-selling products, research. If you want to launch on Amazon, which is good, we showed you both methods, right? Shopify and Amazon FBA. All right, I'm going to take a few questions here, and then I will show you some of our results live. Okay, Smiley is asking, is this pre-recorded? No, this is not pre-recorded. This is a live session. So you talk to us, Smiley, we can answer your questions. So this is nothing is pre-recorded here. We put a lot of effort into these sessions, right? So this is not pre-recorded. If you put a question in the comment section, I'm gonna take that question and reply you. So it cannot be pre-recorded. All right, guys.
Sorry, and Smiley also he asked about tariffs. I'm not sure if it was him, but someone asked about tariffs and this kind of thing, taxes.
Yeah, very good question. So with Shopify dropshipping, don't worry about tariffs, because tariffs don't hurt you because you are not importer of record. So on tariffs, I think this is a short. I think there will be a long video, Isabella.
Right.
So I think this is called a tutorial. In case you don't find it, we can send a follow-up email. And tariffs are applicable when you import with your brand name. In dropshipping case, your supplier is an importer of record, right? So he is paying for tariffs, let's say 10%. It's not a big amount, right? $5 is the cost, 50 cents. And then you add it to your end price, right? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about tariff.
Yeah, and
All
that's
right.
something that you can also add in Shopify and those kinds of things for the customer to pay, I think.
Yeah, for sure. You pass on to the customer, like no one is paying from own pocket. Isabella, do you see any other questions here or?
Let's think. In terms, someone else, Danny. What are the best platforms to run ad campaigns to bring in Shopify customers, and how many ads do you recommend to be listed per product?
Very good question. I am very glad to see, like these kind of questions coming in, very solid questions. Start with Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Go on these three channels all in. Once you have $10,000 coming in from these platforms, launch on Pinterest, Google, YouTube, right? Google, YouTube are expensive. Pinterest is good, but it is not having big audience. Then you can also do Snapchat, but stay with three platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. How many products you want to launch? This depends on your budget. For example, you can launch one product with $5 a day, and you can launch one product with $500 a day, and you can launch one product, or you can launch 500 products, right? It all depends on your budget. Start with 4 5, test out, see what is working, and then scale up. All
Okay.
right.
We have another from Chris that says, where does the customer service come in at? During COVID, a lot of suppliers were stuck in the ports, and a lot of people wanted their money due because they didn't get their products.
Yeah, I mean, this is, like this is the cost of running business. We don't even call it a risk. So In Amazon case, 4-5% return common because Amazon customers, like they love to return products. In Shopify case, less than a 1%. If you get the refund, you talk to your supplier, he gets his product back, you get your money back. If there is a genuine reason, there are always going to be people in 1,000 order, you get a return where the product is damaged, like you just give the money back, right? Move on. Customer service. So you can in Amazon case, Amazon takes care of customer service, right? In Shopify case, you install a live chat widget on your Shopify store and you can talk to your customers, right? All
Yeah.
right. So
Also, sorry to add, but there's also nowadays you're going to see a lot of AI take over those jobs. So there's
yeah,
AI
yeah.
customer service. There's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Auto
So,
reply. Yeah.
yeah.
And you can also train your AI. If you have this question, reply this. If you
Yeah.
have this question, and with some training, like it will be on its own.
Mhm.
Another thing here, I'm going to stay with us. I'm going to stop this recording and I'll share, like some of the numbers that we see from some of our students. Again, a disclaimer here. This was purely an educational session, not a guarantee, not a quick hit scheme, not an investment advice, not a tax advice. We don't make any commission from Shopify or any of the other platforms. Check it out if this is for you, right? Do your own research.